Hello everybody and welcome to Jižní Město for this big NBLL match between Jižní Město and Custodes Red. This is a top league match between the Custodes Red, who are number 1 in the NBLL right now, and Jižní Město, who is currently ranked 3. This is a contest between two very skilled teams with players that are leading the league in points. On Custodes Red, you have the leading scorer in number 55, Łukasz Kuchera, and right behind him, you have both Knotek brothers, number 21, Thomas Knotek, and number 25, Mathieu. So there's going to be some lethal firepower coming from the Custodes, but Jižní Město's nothing to think, nothing worse. They have Jan Fischer and Pavel Došli, who are right behind those 3 Custodes players in the rankings of points right now. So it's going to be a firepower matchup. To start the game for Jižní Město, it's going to be Martin Bartuška in goal. Very strong goaltender. He's also a lead ref here in the NBLL. He is a heck of a good goalie. And for the Custodes, we are going to have Kuba Maresh. He's played 6 games, has 111 saves, 29 goals against, and a 79% goals against average. 79% save percentage, excuse me. For the first draw of the match, we're going to have Andras Streblik, number 12 from the Custodes, and Jan Dobiasz, number 3 from Jižní Město. On to Streblik, picks up the ground ball, brings it down into his defensive end, moves the ball to it was supposed to go to Łukasz Kuchera, but it looks like it was tipped off Jižní Město. It's going to stay Custodes' ball. Pesh at the top, takes a shot, big save by Bartuška, and he scoops it up. Looking to clear the ball and maybe settle there in the offensive zone. Jižní Město waiting for everybody to get out as they move it across the top. Strong right, they're looking to swing this over to the left side. Maybe play a little 2-man game. Big shot, stopped by Pepa Vodalan, tipped off him. And Mati Barak is going to scoop it up and score for the Custodes, number 26, Mathieu Barak. What a goal. That was a great goal in transition off of a big stop by Pepa Vodalan in the defensive end. Great game recognition there. And we're going to have once again Streblik versus Dobiasz for the face-off. Scrum for the ground ball. Pavel Došli is looking to pick it up. And that looks like it's Drijal that comes along with Petrok. I think he's going to slow it down here. Over to Bambushak. Over to Fischer. Fischer and Došli looking to play a little 2-man here. Došli gets to the middle, takes a shot, and a big stop by Maresh. Streblik's looking to move it up the floor. There was a glimpse of transition there, but decides to pull it out. It's going to be a strong lefty side here for the Custodes as we get Knotek out onto the floor. Luki Kuchera goes over the top, looks for Knotek. Knotek, a great look, but a big stop by Bartushka. That was a great stop by Bartushka, getting across that crease, making a big stop to keep Jižní Město in the game. Jižní Město is looking to move it up the floor quick, but relentless defense. Relentless forecheck from Custodes keeps them away with the ball. Oh, and Jižní Město picks it back up. They're looking to slow it down as they got a reset. They got almost a full clock to work with here on offense, but a straight pass goes right back to him. Great stop by Morris. Another great stop by Morris. And a look up. A great transition look for Custodes Red, but another big stop from Bartushka, who's going to play a pivotal role in this game. And that's going to be a penalty on number 20, Adam Kuchera for Custodes Red. It's 2 minutes for a rough. So Jižní Město an early power play here. Let's see what they can draw up. Jižní Město just looking to work it around the outside right now. Here comes the action. Doshli cuts through the middle. And he's behind the net. I think they're going to look for cutters here. A great look to Fisher, and he scores. That's Jan Fisher from Pavel Doshli on the power play for Jižní Město's first goal of the game to even it at once. That was a great look from Doshli. That was a great look from Doshli to Fisher. Find the back of the net there. And we're going to see Streblik and Jan Dobiash once again at the face-off X, two of the Czech Republic's best face-off guys. And Dobiash wins it clean. It's a 3-on-2 break. Can they do anything with it? He decides to pull it out. Wait for reinforcements. One lefty here for Jižní Město. Looks like it's Petrok. Great look to Dobiash in front, but shot goes a little wide. Streblik picks it up, has a chance to transition. It looks like a 2-on-1 with him and Kuchera. Kuchera misses the ball though. Ball's still on the ground. Streblik's fighting for it, and Petrok comes up with this ground ball. Over to Driesal. Driesal tries to get it over with Martin Pesch playing great defense. Jižní Město, ball down. Martin Pesch comes up with it. Is he going to go? He decides to pull it out, wait for reinforcements as Driesal plays great defense deep in the Jižní Město zone. Bartushka's fighting for it, and it looks like it's going to be goalie ball. Jižní Město gets it over half. Oh, they have an open lane. He goes in, takes a shot, and a great stop by the Custodes goalie. Over to Hayek. Custodes are going to try to slow it down after that hectic break there. Or maybe not. A quick look across crease and another great stop by Bartushka. Getting across the crease to stop that quick stick on the backside. Great forecheck by the Custodes here. And it looks like Jižní Město just had to throw it away. Fresh clock for the Custodes as they set up here on offense. Over on the left side with Prohaska. Over to Knotek, to Kuchera. Great defense here by Jižní Město, building a wall. And a post for the Custodes. It's going to be a reset and a fresh 30. Let's see if they can use it here against the tired Jižní Město defense. Quick shot, and it leaks through. That was number 61, Filip Rolnik. That was a great take. Quick off the reset, and Rolnik puts Custodes up 2-1. A new face on the face-off for Jižní Město, number 22, Emil Stanek. And Streblik wins it, turns back to his defensive end as Knotek looks to push to to Formanek, and that is another quick save for Bartushka. Jižní Město pushing again. A 1-on-2. A great save by Custodes goalie Kuba Marash. A hard forecheck by Jižní. And there's one behind the Custodes offenseman. They're looking to slow it down as they get set. Knotek to Formanek. To Knotek. Short shot clock. What do they do here? A shot from Knotek. And a reset. Jižní Město looking to pick up the ball here. Another reset. Fisher carries it over, and I believe they're going to slow it down here, get their offense out on the floor. Petrok. Just ready. Doshli over on the right side. Good look. I don't think Petrok was ready for you. But a great find by number 17, Albert Stredi. That's to make it 2-2 in this game. That was a great move by him to pick up that loose ball and get right to the crease, finish in front. That's a great move. We have Jan Dobiash back at the X against Andres Streblik. Streblik pinch and pop. Looking to go to the cage. It's going to be Custodes' ball. They're going to look to work here 4-on-5 while Streblik changes. Quick ball movement cross crease, and that's a great stop by Jižní. What a block shot by him. And Jižní Město carries it over. Hard press from the Custodes defense here. A double. And he gets rid of the ball. They're able to find it. Pleshvik lays the body there with 10 seconds on the shot clock. They kind of need to go. Bambushak shot. That's going to go outside off of Marash. And that's a reset. Jižní Město has a fresh 30. Let's see what they can do here. Doshi up top. Bambushak. A look across. Deflected by the Custodes defender. This ball's still on the ground. And Pleshvik finds it. That's number 29. Pleshvik finds that loose ball and is able to bury it while Kuba Marash is out of the net. That makes Jižní Město up 3-2. Streblik and Dobiash once again on the face. Streblik pulls it out. It's down. He rakes it back to Kuchera. And that was a quick look for a little transition to Rolniak, but it wasn't able to be handled. Dobiash with a great pass to Fisher. And Jižní Město is going to look to get settled here. A wry pass from Doshli goes right into the cross of Marash to Hayek. Was supposed to be to Tilsher, but a little high. Tilsher keeps pressing. Jižní Město keeps pushing the ball. Little fast break situation. A little too far for Doshli, though. Matej Kressel picks up the ball and is looking to get it over that line before the 10 seconds. Martin Pesh to Knotek. Knotek to Kuchera. Looks inside for Toby Formanek, and he finds it for a goal. That's Formanek on the goal, making it 3-3 between the Custodes and Jižní Město. That was a great, that was a great fake by Luki Kuchera to find Formanek inside as those two defensemen pressed out on him. Streblik and Dobiash back at the X again. This is going to be a battle all night. Looks like Dobiash came up with it. Ball's still on the ground. Streblik gets his sticks taken away. Jižní Město came up with the ball, but it was laid loose. Custodes Now it's Jižní Město again. It's a reset, fresh 30. Plushbeek over across the top to Fisher. Fisher takes a shot, and it was a great stop by Marsh. It was a great move by Fisher. Caught a couple defenders looking, and he was able to get that top side. Custodes had a chance at a fast break, but decided to slow it down. It's going to be a strong righty. Knotek, but stopped by the Jižní Město defender, and it's going the other way with Petrok. Petrok looks to Fisher. Fisher takes the hit, is able to absorb it, and it looks like they're gonna wait a sec to get their fifth guy out here. Bombushak across the top to Fisher. Fisher just misses the ball, and Martin Pesh comes up with it, looks ahead, push a little transition, but the Jižní Město offenseman does a great job of back checking. Make sure there's no fast breaks. Jižní Město across the top. And that's an over and back. A great defensive play by Andra Streblik. Tush Tilsher moves it to the offenseman. Knotek and Rolniak on the right side. Knotek walks in. Loose ball in front. Up in the air. That's off Jižní Město. So Custodes can play it behind that line. 10 seconds. Prohaska was a look to Kuchera. Kuchera comes up with it. A great stop by Bartushka. And it's going to stay Jižní Město ball after the whistle, as that was a push on the Custodes. What a great stop by Bartushka, and it looks like a push in the back by Barok. So it's going to stay Jižní Město ball with a fresh clock. A little settled offense here from Jižní Město. Doche on the right side, and he decides to pull it a little wide, and the Custodes come up with it. Druda carries it in. Fisher tight on him with a good stick, almost causing a bad pass. Fisher's getting off. It's 4-on-4 right now. An extra Jižní defender comes in. And a stop by Martin Puchushka, which turns into a transition opportunity by Drijal. Drijal all alone, and a great stop by Kuba Marash. Streblik picks up the ball. Looks like transition for the Custodes, but not too fast. Great changing there by Jižní Město. Balls with Knotek. Bartushka does not see that, but a great stick by the Jižní Město defender to stop that hidden ball opportunity. It looks like the Custodes stepped in the crease. Going to be Jižní ball going the other way. Great pick from Jižní. Make sure their guy gets free as he clears over that half line. Behind the back, down to the, and a cross crease look that's just a little in front. 5 seconds to shoot. And a shot for a reset, but Kuba Marash eats that up. Knotek starts down with it in their defensive zone. I believe he's going to carry it over and stay on for the Custodes. Knotek to Kuchera. Kuchera steps across the middle and shoots wide. Battle in the corner. No possession yet. It's going to be Jižní ball. One defender to beat, and he does. Another double. Ball is on the ground. And the Custodes pick it up. Matty Barak carries it over. Looks to push a little transition. Martin Pesh to Mathieu Knotek. Back to Pesh, but unable to handle the ball. And Fisher picks that up in the corner. And Drijal looks to push it up, get it over the line. Jižní looking to get deep so they can settle in and get their offense out. Petrock out there, guarded by Knotek. Great check by Knotek, getting over the stick. Over the head of Petrock to let that ball loose. Strieblik and Knotek are pushing it up. Some transition players out here for the Custodes. Kuchera looks to Knotek, and that's a great stop by Bartushka. Kuchera to Fulmonic. Matej Knotek found that behind the net, and he buries that. Number 25, Matej Knotek, with a great tuck around as Bartushka is looking forward. And he's able to sneak that in to make it 4-3 Custodes. That was a long shift for Knotek, but he was able to cash in there at the end with a great little move behind the net. It looks like it's Kolensky versus Stanik at the face-off. Rolniak picked up the ball and then rolled it back to Adam Kuchera on the defensive end. Kuchera has the ball. Looks like Bartushka's onto this one. Martin Pesh to Rolniak. To Kuchera. To Prohaska. And shot goes wide. There's 8 seconds on the clock. Knotek picks it up in the corner. Look to Kuchera. Kuchera wide again. Ball's in the crease, so it's going to be Jižní Město ball as they got it clear. Jižní carries it over. Ready. Cross the right side. A great look to Doshli inside, unable to handle it, and he goes through the crease. Maresh's ball, and he looks to Hayek at the end of the quarter. End of the quarter, Custodes red 4, Jižní Město 3. We will be right back. And we're back for the second quarter between Jižní Město and Custodes red. Looks like we're going to stay with the same goaltenders who both played very solid in that first quarter. Big saves from both Kuba Maresh and Martin Bartushka. We're going to have Andres Strieblik and Jan Dobiash back out for the face-off. And let's see what they can do. This is the long change period, so lots of transition. Whatever team can stop that might prevail in this quarter. Strieblik had control, and number 69, Jakub Pleshmead, came right out of the box. They got that quick change, and ran him over. It's going to be 2 minutes for cross-check, I believe. Custodes, man up, is on the floor. Big hit, but a little illegal. Prohaska at the top of the ball to Knotek, to Pesh. Knotek to Prohaska, over to Formanek, to Kuchera. Expect some action here. Knotek looks to Kuchera off the post for that quick stick. To Knotek, steps in, and that's a stop by a Jižní defender. Put his body on the line for the ball, and that's a great play by them. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Prohaska to Pesh, another one off the pipe, and that's going to go out of play for a reset, and it's going to stay Custodes' ball. Knotek steps in, drawing some play from Petrok. Petrok stuck up top to Kuchera, but he can't handle it. It's going to be Jižní ball, and Prohaska on Drizal. Drizal keeps running as he's man down. A great move and a great stop by Marish. It's going to stay Jižní ball as it went off Marish and out of play. And they're still man down for a minute. Let's see if they're going to try to run some of this off, if they're going to try to go play. Custodes playing a little relaxed defense there up at the top, but now Vodlan gets out and is on the hands. Pass up top to Stanik, to Bamshak, and it looks like a great look. Opposite side for Stanik. Tries to take a good twisty shot, but Marsh comes up with a save. Thomas Ajax is going to hold on to the ball here as Custodes move back down as they're still man up. A chase from the Jižní defender that Martin Pesh was unaware of behind him. Able to secure the ball though, and Knotek has it up top. To Pesh. Pesh shoots the ball. Big stop by Bartushka. Roniak had it for a second, but was stopped by one of the Jižní defenders, and it's Jižní ball as they try to clear. They have about 4 seconds to get it over, and they do. Jižní still man down for 6 seconds, it looks like. Jižní's going to try to run this out as they're back even now. They're going to look to go quick with 6 on the shot clock. A look inside, not handled, and another take, a big stop by Marish. Somebody was just left alone. And Knotek with the pass from Mathieu Kressel, who was coming out of the door. That's a great take by Knotek, finding the 5-hole of Bartushka, making it 5-3 Custodes red. That was a great look in the transition that I was talking about at the beginning of the quarter. Knotek had all the time in the world and was able to go down there on Bartushka and make a great move. Strieblik and Stanik on the draw. 50-50 ball. And Custodes are able to come up with it. That was Formanek and Jan Fischer chasing him. Formanek looked across to Roniak, couldn't handle the ball, and it's on the ground behind the net there. Still a fight for the ball as Kuchera comes up with it and moves it to Formanek. As their strong lefty here, there was a righty wide open on the crease. Don't know what happened for Jižní. But Fischer picks up the ball and looks to push transition. Outruns Formanek, has a Custodes defender chasing him and just misses wide. Martin Hodan picked up the ball, moved that to Kuchera, who rolls it to Formanek and looks cross crease to Pesh. Pesh shoots right into the Jižní defender. Ball in the corner with Formanek. To Knotek. Knotek walks in, and another great stick by Plishmi. He's putting his body and stick on the line and making great plays to make sure these shots don't see Bartushka. And he clears it up, moves it to Drizal. Drizal to Doshli. Doshli looks for his man out of the box. Smajaj. And Bambushak with a shot right into the chest of Kubel Marash. creates a 50-50 ball down in the corner, and Doshli comes up with it with a fresh 30. Looks to take a shot, and Kuba Marsh with a great save. IDA Kressel looks to carry over for the Custodes Red as they settle in on offense. Prohaska with it to Matej Knotek. Knotek shot gets through a small space off Bartushka and out of play. That was a great stop by Bartushka. I don't really think anybody knew where that was going, but it's a fresh 30 for the Custodes. Custodes, they look to go inside, unable to handle, but Knotek picks it up behind to his brother, Thomas Knotek. And that's an in and out for Jižní Město. So that's another fresh 30 for this Custodes group of offense guys. Prohaska and Knotek working together. Prohaska, quick shot that goes wide. That's going to be an over and back Jižní ball. Fisher with it up top. Look to work with those righties, and a great look down low for Stanek, as he was able to come across the crease and have a great shot, but Maresh was just there. And Stanek chasing after a good forecheck on Pepa Vodalan. Fisher drops back to play defense, and Jižní gets in home. Kuchera with the ball on the left side from Monik with the pick. Not everybody's out there though, so a little. Formanek looks to step in to Matej Knotek. And that's a shot from Kuchera coming across the top side that just snuck through the upper right side of Bartushka. That's a great way to get up top for Luki Kuchera, who is the leading point scorer in the NBLL currently. Kuchera's goal makes it 6-3 Custodes Red. And another face-off between Dobiash and Streblik. Streblik pushes that back to Kuba Maresh, who moves it to Matush Tilsher. Tilsher to Pesh. Pesh to Formanek, but Pesh still has it. To Prohaska. Cross crease to Pesh, and that's off the post. Great find by Prohaska. Find Pesh, who gets into the center, throws it off the post. Matej Knotek is looking cross crease, looks to pull, and that's a great stick by the Jižní defense. Pass from Rolniak to Knotek is just a little far reached, and Prohaska chases it back. That's an over and back. Doshli's going to start off with the ball over half. Doshli moves it down to Stredi. Bambushak to Stredi again. Ball on the ground. Pleshmi was able to come up with that though. And Bambushak fires one just high. Stredi to Bambushak. Back to Pleshmi, who was able to take the shot. A great stop by Maresh, which caused a scrum in the corner. And that's a push on Custodes. It's going to be Jižní ball with a fresh 30 seconds. Bambushak to Stredi. Great movement here by the Jižní Město offense. And a shot wide, picked up by Adam Kuchera. And Hayek gets it back to Streblik, who gets pushed from behind, and that's another transition goal for the Custodes. That's Streblik from Hayek. Way to push transition. That's a great finish by Andrzej Streblik as he was pushed from behind. Face-off looks like it's going to be Matush Tilsher against Jan Dobiash as a score 7-3 Custodes Red. 50-50 ball, and Jižní comes up with it. Dobiash and Fisher look like they have an odd man break. Fisher goes to the cage. And that's a goal. That looked like Fisher put it off the crossbar. Hans Dobiash was able to pick it up and bury that goal, as Kuba Maresh was kind of thought that the play was dead as Fisher landed in the crease, but that's a goal for Dobiash, making it 7-4, and he goes right back to take the face-off against Andres Strieblik. Strieblik picks up the ground ball. It's another 3-on-2 situation, but he decides to pull it out. Move it down to Maciej Knotek. And Knotek waits for the offensive guys to get on. With 18 seconds on the shot clock, Prohaska goes down the left side, makes a cross-crease pass to Roniak, and that finds the back of the net. Bartushka is yelling at his defense. I think some people got lost there, but that was a great find by Prohaska to Roniak, and that makes it 8-4, Custodes red. Andres Strieblik versus number 22, Emil Staniak on the faceoff. Strieblik pinch and pop, but Staniak gives him a fight, creates a 50-50 ball, and Formanic's able to come up with it. Looks like there's a broken stick out there for the bottom Jižní defender, Jakub Plešmíd. And a great stop by Bartushka as he holds on to that. It's able to stay Jižní's ball. He looks for an outlet to Doshli. Doshli's surrounded by Custodes defenders, and he is laid out. Looks like there's going to be a delayed penalty here. Bambushak to Fisher. Fisher with a shot right into Maresh, and we're going to get a penalty here against number 20, Adam Kuchera, his second penalty of the game, and we get to see another Jižní. It's going to be 2 minutes for a cross check, and we get to see Jižní's man up again. They scored on their first one real quickly, so let's see if they can do it again to make it an 8-5 game. Custodes look to press out a little bit. They move it across that left side. Doshli setting a pick for Fisher, who looks cross crease to behind the net with Bambushak to Doshli. A little bit of a force feed as he's swarmed. Fisher to Bambushak. And Doshli was buried in front of the Custodes crease, and that's a Volon to Hayek. Hayek puts it right off the pipe. Custodes are still man down with a fresh 30, and I think they're going to try to burn some of this off. Kressel to Prohaska as he gets off the floor. Prohaska down to Knotek, and he moves it to his brother Tom's Knotek. Jižní Město staying home on this man-up defense. Across crease finds Knotek, but Bartushka's there to shut the door. Fisher looks to get it over against an aggressive forecheck from Maciej Knotek. About 16 seconds on the shot clock for this man-up team from Jižní Město. A cross-crease pass picked off by Martin Hodan. Hodan looks for the door to Knotek, a little far for him, as Knotek has a Jižní Město defender right on his butt. The defender looks to move it up, goes off of Matusz Tilsher in front of the Custodes bench, and Plešmíd is bodied. But that's 10 seconds. Jižní Město was not able to get it over, so it's going to stay Custodes' ball, and they're going to have a fresh 30 to burn out. It looks like the rest of this man down. And we're back even. Adam Kuchera back on the floor after his 2 minutes. Martin Pesh looks to go to the cage. Goes under, but is unable to hit the net. Formanik on the left side with 3 seconds. Maciej Knotek needs to let it go, and he does. Maciej Knotek with a shot as the shot clock expires, and that just sneaks past Bartushka. That makes it 9-4 Custodes. a great shot placement by Matej Knotek with very little left to go on the shot clock. Dobiash and Strieblik back at the X. Dobiash took control. Back in there, still a 50-50 ball. Kuchera lays a body. Ball still on the floor as Petrok looks to get it. Kuchera is playing around with it, and Dobiash ends up getting it. What a great fight by Dobiash to make sure he gets that possession as he won that draw. Fisher on that right side looks to take a shot and gets through the 5-hole of Kuba Maresh. A little bit of a deep shot from Jan Fisher, but man, it had some heat on it. Found right between the wickets of Kuba Maresh, and that makes the game 9-5. Custodes still up, but that's a great shot from Jan Fisher from deep. Strieblik for the Custodes and Stanek for Jižní Město. Strieblik looked like he had control, still playing with it. Jižní Město comes in. It looks like it's going to be off of Custodes and going to be Jižní Město ball as it fell into the Custodes bench. Drizhal carries it over for Jižní Město, over to Doshi. Doshi moves that over to the left side. Over to Bambushak on the right side, who has a lane. Say it's to take a shot. I couldn't tell if that went off a Custodes defender or if it was just high. But Custodes ball. Hayek to Tilsher. Tilsher handled the pass. Tilsher still has the ball. For Manik, down on the left side. Looks to Knotek, not able to handle though. And Jižní could push a little transition here as it's a 3-on-2, 4-on-2. 4-on-2, Fisher across the crease. But Pleshmead goes through the crease. Gonna be Custodes' ball as they move up with it. Toby for Manik to Matej Knotek. Knotek takes one off the break. And it's a goal. Bartushka thought he had it, is conversating with the referee right now. And there may be a change here. It's going to be no goal call. I don't really know the reasoning, but that's no goal. Maybe Bartushka had it under him, or a Custodes player was in the crease. So it's going to be Jižní ball in the offensive end. Stanek on this right side, looking to work. Looks to force one to the middle. Move it over to the left side. And Jižní needs to take a shot here quick, but it's picked off by Adam Kuchera. Adam Kuchera looking for a transition play, but it goes right into Bartushka's stick, and it's going to be Jižní Město ball again in the offensive end. Doshi carrying it down, looking for a quick play across the crease. That was a great shot by Pleshmek, but it was called no goal as he stepped in the crease. It's going to be Custodes' ball on the offensive half of the floor. Knotek to Prohaska to Pesh, and a great stop by Bartushka as he gets that with his glove of his stick hand. What a great stop. And that's a reset as Martin Pesh comes up with the ball. Fresh 30 for the Custodes. Prohaska on this left side. Steps in, but looks for Kuchera, who can't handle it. Bartushka's ball looks to move it up quick as Jižní could push a little transition here. It's a 2-on-1. It would have to be quick. Oh, and he looks across, but the pass is too high for Stanek to handle. And the pass to Tilsher goes awry, back to Bartushka, and Dobiash carries it up for Jižní Město. Fisher looking to do a hidden ball trick with Drijal. Nesport to Fisher. Fisher stepped in the crease but still got the shot off. It's going to be Custodes' ball. That was a great look by number 90, Mathieu Nesport. And that's a timeout for the Custodes. Timeout for the Custodes as they just got the ball on the offensive side. But like I was saying, that was a great look in that Jižní Město offense, finding Jan Fisher inside. Unfortunate, he stepped in the crease. But if they can keep getting looks like that, they might be able to get back in the game. Seconds on the shot clock, 30 seconds left in the half here. Pesh moves it to Knotek. Pesh to Prohaska, to Formanek, to Mathieu Knotek, and he's looking for his brother. Finds him across the crease. That's Thomas Knotek from Mathieu Knotek. And that's a great look as Thomas Knotek was able to find himself open backside and sneak that one past Bartushka. Game is now 10-5 in favor of the Custodes. Streblik and Dobiash for the draw again. Dobiash wins it forward to Fisher. Fisher handles it with one hand. He's got to go quick now. Timeout, Jižní Město. That was a great handle by Jan Fisher with the one hand. That's a great ground ball. Able to get Jižní Město one last possession before this quarter ends. It looks like they're going to try to get the last shot. Maybe even pull their goalie. We'll see what happens. It looks like they're going to send Bartushka to the bench to get that sixth man, have a little man-up opportunity. 6-on-5 here at the end of the quarter. They're definitely going to hold until the last couple seconds to shoot the ball. Ball's going to start over on the left side, number 29. Jacqueline Pleshmik, and he's going to move that to Dobiash. Looks like Custodes are trying to get out and stop anything before it starts. That ball from Fisher went off the back wall and went right to Matusz Tilsher, who attempted for that empty net goal. At the end of the second quarter and first half of this NBLL game, it is 10-5 in favor of the Custodes. We'll be right back. What's up, dude? How are you?
Budeme čemu žít? No, tady vypadl ten adapter, že má připojení. Ale jestli to restartuju všechno, nebo nějaká hava aktualizace. Bude na druhou půl nebo nebude? Nebude. Já jsem to zapel a říkal, že si to ukládá všechno do systému a potom to, až se to zaktualizuje, tak to pošlí najednou. Prostě nemám přístup k internetu. Ne, vidí adapter. Ovladač. Jak se tam poruchal systém, teď to řeším celou dobu. Ale je to v systému, takže já to říkal, že potom, když se to restartuje, tak se stačí na přihlásit k tomu svojemu začátku. A je to problém? Jo.
Nevychází tam podle mě na to číslo, že někdo musí mít ještě no-go, spíš no-go, či někde už není no-go, nebo si bude rád.
Počkej, máš tady go, tady no-go. A tady ty... Počkej, a když byl tady... Jo, Kubana, tak není nějaký s tím nedělal. Jo, jenom jeden.
Máš no-go první. Pěkný cílet i v zápase.
Matyášku. Asistenci, gol. Zatím jeden gol, jedna asistence, 2 góly, 1 asistence.
Jo, Tomáš, jo.
Tomáš. No, Tomáš Krotej 2 góly.
All right, and we are back for the second half of this matchup between the Custodes
and Jižní Město. With a score of 10-5 in favor of the Custodes. Let's get the second half started. Facing off for the Custodes is Streblik, and for Jižní Město, Dobiaš. You may notice my voice sounds a little bit different than the first half. That is because I subbed out Carson and will now be taken over for the rest of the game. Great take by Martin Peck, but a good save by Bartushka. Petrak now carrying it up the floor, scanning his options. Surveying. Vodovan, somewhat of a break here, but he decides to pull it out, wait for reinforcements from his offensive teammates. Ponzabarak there. Now to Tomáš Knotek. Both Knotek brothers out on the floor right now. One's a lefty, one's a righty. And a good block by the Jižní Město defender. Scrum in the corner now. And Jižní Město is taking it the other way. Passing it off to Jan Fischer, who stumbles for a sec but picks it back up. And a shot wide by number 29, Plesiak. Ball went off the boards and deep in the Jižní Město territory. And that'll be picked up by Filip Rohík over to Martin Peck. Custodes, three lefties out on the floor right now. Formanek to Knotek, off a stick. Great chance there. And the back door, wide open. Goal for the Custodes by number 61, Filip Rohík. Just hanging out there on the back door, and the easy, quick stick finish. Score is now 11-5 in favor of the Custodes early on in this third period. Streblik and Dobiaš back at the face-off dot now. Looks like Streblik will win it clean. Great clamp. Oh my gosh. What a goal by Tomáš Knotek. Coming across and throwing it behind his back. And that's a great way to turn transition into offense for the Custodes. What a goal. And again, Streblik and Dobiaš back at the face-off dot. Streblik popping it out. The Jižní Město player there to pick it up. Now moving the ball. Pavel Došli, pass wide. He's looking for Staniak, cutting through the middle. Došli now recovers the ball, but gets it taken away. Aggressive defense here by the Custodes. And a nifty little play to get it up to Pepa Vodovan. Now the Custodes are looking for another offensive possession. Great save by Bartushka off his pads and into the netting. Knotek will pick it up. Over to Martin Peck. Scanning the floor. Oh, pass a little high. Formanek unable to corral that. Fight along the boards. Andrei Drizhov coming up with that. It's a great fight for a loose ball. And if you're Jižní Město, one you really needed. Jan Fischer now. Face dodge, getting low, shot, save. A little physical with the goalie there. Some extracurriculars behind the net, but the ref lets him play. I take that back. There is, in fact, a penalty on Jižní Město. You hear it from coaches all the time. It's never the first one they catch. It's always the retaliation. Got to keep your head there. Custodes now with 6 men out on the floor. Behind the net, Knotek. He is in the crease. Let's see what this call will be. And that'll be number 60, Smaja, with a slash. He'll be in the sin bin for 2 minutes. Custodes power play. Custodes, dangerous 5-on-5, even more dangerous man up. Let's see what they do here. Prohaska, top center, down to Peck, over to Kuchera. And great D by Kleshmid to take that ball away. And what a great physical slide that was. Now looking to just get it over before the 10-second call. Gotta do it soon. And there the 10-second call is. Back to Custodes. Knotek over to Peck. Peck goes 5-hole on Bartushka and scores. 12-5 Custodes. And that's the danger of letting Custodes have a man-up power play. More times than not, they're going to cash in on it. And the Custodes extend their lead. Staniak and Streblik at the face-off dot. Streblik with another clean pinch and pop. Custodes possession. Over to Prohaska. And that is for Manek, who takes a shot, saved by Bartushka. Prohaska. Knotek just missing that pass from Prohaska. Jižní Město trying to get it up the floor, but is swarmed by a sea of red players. Staniak now with possession, surveying his options. And the Custodes are just overwhelming these Jižní Město players on the forecheck. Over to Jan Fischer, one of the best shooters in the league. Great save there by Dominic Sika. Custodes now on offense. Over to Knotek, who will shoot and bounce it just wide. That might seem a little early in the possession, but boy, can Tomáš Knotek shoot, just missing wide. And I think they're going to say it went off a Jižní Město player as it stays in the Custodes' possession. Martin Peck now going underneath, back to Knotek, who shoots and scores. If you let him shoot once, he might miss. If you let him shoot twice, he's going to score. Tomáš Knotek with the goal from Martin Peck. It is now 14-5 Custodes. And we have a goalie change. Bartushka is coming out for Tomáš Šekal. Let's see if Šekal can stand taller than Bartushka did. Tough task against this very powerful Custodes offense. Ball's loose. Knotek flips it over to Kressel. Kressel decides to pull it out and change. Knotek now with the ball, decides not to shoot. And a goal. Number 81, Sibuka, cashing in on that feed from the younger Knotek. Custodes now with a 10-point lead. And that's a tough first shot to see if you're Tomasz Shekal. Coming in off the bench, letting one in right away. Streblik back on the face-off with another win. There's Adam Kuchera picking up a tough ground ball, fighting away two Jižní Město players, but he went over and back. It'll be Jižní Město ball. Petrok picking up the ball, passing it to Jan Fischer before changing. Flashcheck, over, down low, in tight, just misses wide. Not much you can do there as Sika was all over that post. Matej Barak passing and changing off. Knotek to Prohaska to Kuchera. Oh, almost Kuchera to Knotek. Ball with the ball now, pressured hard by Cobra Hayek. Now Vodovan's on him before finally passing it off to Stedry. Pavel Doshli taking a far shot that went wide. They need to shoot here as the shot clock's running down. And time will expire. That is great defense by the Custodes. They are all over these Jižní Město players, giving them no room to breathe. Tomáš Knotek on offense. Fakes the flip to his brother. Fooled me for a second there. Loose ball in the corner. Tomáš Knotek comes out with it, finds Formanek, and Formanek goes 5-hole on Shekal. That's a great effort to pick up a ball and find somebody by Tomáš Knotek. Great finish by, great finish by Formanek. 16-5 now, Custodes, as they just keep extending this giant lead of theirs. Streblik again at the face-off dot against Drizal. Another win at the face-off dot for Streblik. He has been dominant this whole night, controlling face-offs. Lukas Kuchera fumbles the pass from Prohaska. Still in the corner, no pressure though. Can take his time. Formanek, great save by Shekal. Prohaska, Formanek again hitting the back of a Jižní Město player. The ball is the other way. Again, great pressure by the Custodes defense, winning the loose ball. Up to Kuchera, and they have numbers, 4-on-3. Kuchera just missing the pass to Knotek. Knotek now behind the net, and it'll be a shot clock violation. Pleshmead now, go to Pleshek. That pass is dropped by Matej Nespor. Formanek now, scanning. Sabulka, very patient, waiting for the rest of his offensive teammates to get on the floor. Formanek now feeds Knotek. Knotek off the pipe. What a great scoring opportunity generated there by the Custodes offense. Martin Peck coming out with the ball. Over to Prohaska, back to Peck. Peck will find Formanek, who will miss wide, while getting absolutely blown up by Matej Drizal in front of the net. Very solid player, not someone who I would want to run into going towards the crease. Jižní Město on offense, over to Doshli. Doshli finds Fischer, You're switching hands, which is very odd to see. Taking it down low, he will drive, nothing there. One-handed pass. They have 10 seconds to shoot now. Doshli with the deep shot. Save Sikal off his face mask. And the Custodes really aren't conceding any high volume scoring chances. Really all Jižní Město can generate are these deep shots that Sika is eating up. Hayek now, up to Kuchera. Kuchera missed the pass. Tries to go over the head on Vejmika. Over to Schmad. Saved by Sika. Now to Knotek. Knotek will just carry it up the floor and will face no pressure. He tried to fake it, but I think he lost it. Sure, SKL doesn't mind. Now up the floor, instantly pressured by Tomáš Knotek. Two Jižní Město players collide. They lose the ball. Now Tomáš Knotek on a breakaway. Will he finish? Off the post. Great chance there for Tomáš Knotek. Now Max Bayer moving it up to Doshli. Stredi over to Fischer. Fischer elects to shoot. Oh, and it almost trickled by Sika, but stayed out. Up to Vodovan. Vodovan carries it up, surveys the floor, and will change. Now with Prohaska, over to Cibulka. Martin Peck passing it backside. Prohaska now carrying, surveying. Looks to Peck, they have to shoot here. Great inside feed, great save by SKL. And they will reset the shot clock. The Custodes are so patient and methodical in their offense. It is impressive to see. People moving at all times. Kuchera tries to dive, misses wide, and it will be an over and back. The Custodes will change to get their defensive players on the floor. Jižní Město on a chance on offense now. Stredi picking it up in the corner for Jižní Město. Over to Doshli. Pass is dropped by Staniek. Over to Schmad. Pleshek now with a chance to pick up the ball. He does. Swarmed by two Custodes players though. Doshli, great chance there for Stredi, but Sika was all over that. What a way to get post to post for Sika. Now Matusz Tilser will pass it off and change. Over to Rolik. To Tomáš Knotek. To Formanek. Rolik. To Formanek. Down to Prohaska, who will shoot. And a save by SKL. New shot clock. Great patience there by Prohaska, electing not to shoot. Down to Formanek. Oh, he had Rolik backside, but a Jižní Město defender interrupts that pass. Back to Formanek. Over to Knotek, who shoots, and again, a Jižní Město stick gets in the way. And if you're Jižní Město, that's what you need to see on defense, disrupting their passes and their shots. A chance now for Jan Fischer, who dives and is saved by Sika. Ball goes in the corner. Sika will pick it up. Pressured by Fischer. Vodovan greeting him in the corner. Now Jan Fischer is pinned between two Custodes players. The ball is picked up by the Custodes. Now to Lukáš Kuchera, one of the top scorers in the league. Over to Prohaska, who will shoot and saved by SKL. that'll be it for this third quarter. And after 3, Custodes are leading 16-5 with a dominant performance so far. We will see you in just a few minutes for the start of the fourth quarter. Welcome back for the start of the fourth quarter. Dobiash and Streblik will meet again at the face-off dot. Streblik dominating this matchup as he's been dominating the face-off dot the whole night. Jižní Město desperately needs some goals on the board as they were held scoreless in that third quarter, excuse me. That is a violation by Dobiash. Streblik will get the win on paper. Kuchera picks up the ball. Surveying the floor, over to Peck. Will come around the pick, set by Knotek. Shoot, save, Shekov. Drijal moving it up the floor. Over to Dobiash. Over to Nespor, who will run around the back of the net and look for help. These Custodes defenders have been aggressive all night, really disrupting the Jižní Město offense. Nespor now with the ball, loses it. Vodovan has a breakaway, running onto the ball with a chance. Save, Shekov. Great stop there, and a great way to start the quarter for him. Nespor looking back door to number 29, Plashkiek. Down the other way, Knotek stopped by Shekov. And he is 2 for 2 on those breakaway chances now in this fourth quarter. Doshli with the ball. Passing it across. Chame. And that is blocked off a Custodes player. It will remain with Jižní Město. Now, Pavel Doshli with the ball in the top right. Pick set. There's a Custodes defender there to meet him. Shruta all over Doshli. And now the arm will go up for a penalty. Chame. Plashkiek picking it up now. Over to Doshli. And the Jižní Město will score on the 6-on-5 man-up opportunity with that delayed penalty. That is number 22, Emil Staniek with the finish. And if you're Jižní Město, you still need 10 points, to get back to even, but that's a start and a good way to start the fourth quarter. Will now be Dobiash at the face-off dot. Fighting. Jan Fischer had a chance to pick it up, but he is stripped. Vodovan now picks up the ball, moves it to Hayek, who speeds down the floor. And Formanek just missed the feed. Now Prohaska will pick it up. Down low to Rolik. Formanek to Prohaska. Prohaska coming out of the corner. Backside for Rolik. To Cebulka, who hits the post, but they will get a shot clock reset. Now Knotek to the backside. And Rolik is stopped by Shekal. He has been great so far in this fourth quarter. Stopping 2 back-to-back breakaways and that backdoor opportunity. Kressel now moving it up the floor to Formanek, who will take his time. Pass it over to Rolik. Formanek now. Backside to Rolik, who shoots high and wide. Back to Knotek. Save! What a save by Shekal. Post to post in a blink of an eye. Rijal now, headmanning it up the floor. Now is Stredi. Over to Plaszczak. Over to Nespor. Nespor will elect to shoot. Saved by Sika. Ate that shot up at his 5-hole. Rijal over to Doshli. Nespor back to Doshli. Doshli has a chance here, and he goes 5-hole and scores on Sika. It is now 16-7 Custodes. Jižní Město back-to-back goals to start this fourth quarter, and they are off to a great start. Might be a case of too little, too late, but let's see what they can do with the rest of this fourth quarter. Streblik and Dobiash. Jižní Město will come away with it. So rare loss this game for Streblik at the face-off. Dobiash now over to Petrok. Petrok surveying the floor up to Jan Fischer. Great stick there by Streblik, who has a chance but decides to pull it out. Swarmed by 2 Jižní Město players. Jan Fischer now tries to pick up the ball. And they will call a penalty on number 3, Dobiash. And they will call a slash on Dobiash, which really hurts the momentum Jižní Město has created this fourth quarter. Let's see how they respond. A stop would be huge here, but if Custodes score on this man up, that could kill all of their momentum. Knotek to Prohaska. Over to Tomáš Knotek. Back to Prohaska. Tomáš Knotek met with a Jižní Město stick. And the Custodes recover after fumbling it there. Prohaska will shoot, saved by Shekal, who continues to be stellar this fourth quarter. And a great check by Formanek, sending the Jižní Město stick flying. Rijal had a chance for Plaszczak, who will miss the ball but will pick it up and recover. Now in the corner, being doubled by Custodes players. He will elect to throw it away, but it is intercepted by Knotek, who has a break. Tries to go behind the back, but shoots it high. Paulus now chasing it. It will be over and back. And it will be Jižní Město ball. Doshli will pick it up in the corner for Jižní Město. Nespor. Now Doshli. Jan Fischer now with the ball, playing on the left side. Stredi over to Nespor. With a pick set by Doshli on Matusz Tilsher. Jan Fischer now with the ball, and will take a tough angle shot as time expires, and it will be Custodes' ball. Tilsher not quite sure what happened there. I think he thought he had a break. The refs think otherwise. Now Adam Kuchera will start back in the Custodes end. Martin Peck meeting it at the midline. Will pass it down to Tomasz Kanotek. Pep to Rolik. Shot wide by Peck. Petrok now for Jižní Město. Tries to run by Lukáš Kuchera, and he does. Dobiash out of the box. Plashek decides not to pass to him, and it will be Custodes ball. Lukáš Kuchera now. Custodes with a 3-on-1 and a score. Ludvík Cibulka with the finish from the feed by Lukáš Kuchera. It is now 17-7 with 8 minutes remaining in this game. And you could just feel the air come out of the room as that goal went in. Dobiash now, pressured by Kanotek. Kanotek able to knock it loose and pick up the ground ball. Great effort there by Kanotek. Kressel now, moving it up the floor. Kanotek over to Formanek. Prohaska now to Martin Peck. To Kanotek, and he scores. Matyáš Kanotek with the goal from the feed by Martin Peck. And it'll be Streblik for the Custodes and Staniek for Jižní Město. Streblik with the win to Kanotek. Over to Mateusz Tilser, who gives it to Formanek. Now they have their big bad defenseman, Adam Kuchera, passing and getting off. Formanek now will shoot, but it will hit the stick of Driždal for Jižní Město. Kanotek off the crossbar, almost burying that over the shoulder of Shekov. Rolik now. Over to Lukáš Kuchera. Kuchera with space and just wide. I think it might have hit the helmet of Shekov. Twister by Formanek. Maybe bounced it a little too soon as that goes up and out. I think Tomáš Kanotek thought it might have hit a Jižní Město player. But from what I saw and the ref saw, it did not. It'll be Jižní Město ball now on offense. Jan Fischer to Došli. Došli coming over the pick. Met by Bartruta, and that is great D by the Custodes, who have been absolutely dominant this whole night. Martin Peck over to Cobra Hayek. Hayek decides to stay patient and wait for his offensive teammates. Prohaska down to Peck. Peck will shoot, save Shekov on the changeup as it hit the stick of number 69, Kleshmi. Driždal now, moving it up the floor. Met by Tilsher, decides to pass it off. Jan Fischer now, swinging it across. Stredi, back to Fischer. Over to Plashek. Stredi sets the pick. Plashek shoots wide. Mateusz Tilsher will hold on to the ball until he passes it to Tomáš Kanotek and changes. Formanek now. Over to Rolik. Across to Lukáš Kuchera, who catches a tough pass. Kuchera looking for Kanotek backside. The pass is just out of reach for Tomáš Kanotek. Very high IQ play there by the Jižní Město defense, not picking up that ball and just letting the shot clock expire. Rizal now. Over to Nešpor. Samaye. To Stredi. Over to Nešpor. Nešpor. Over to Fischer. Saved by Sika. Doshli finds the rebound but shoots it wide. Great chance there for Jižní Město. Chamaye fighting for the ball behind as he is met by Sika, who does a great job of fighting him off. Streblik now with a great ground ball, moving it up the floor to Cobra Hayek, who will pass it to Martin Peck. Peck to Mashiash. Peck save. Shikal sees all over that shot. Matiash Kanotek knocks down the pass. Loose ball battle. And Jižní Město, Drizdal will come up with the ball. Stranyek now. Over to Nešpor. Nešpor down to Stredi. Need to shoot here. He gets the great shot there to get the shot clock reset. And Nešpor will pick up the loose ball. Now Stanyek with it. Over to Stredi. Just elects to pull it out. Pass it to Jan Fischer. Over to Nešpor. Stredi now with a chance. Saved by Sika. Matush Tilsher picks up the loose ball. Bounce pass up floor to Kanotek. And Kanotek buries. And they handshake after a great play. Tomasz Kanotek from Matush Tilsher on the break. Now 18-7 in favor of Custodes. Streblik and Reznicek. Streblik, another pinch and pop. Almost said a win. It is a win. Adam Kuchera now. Looking off Lukasz Kuchera. Excuse me. Cibulka, shot and saved by Shekov. Up to Petrak, who can't handle the pass. Lukasz Kuchera recovers. Formanek now. Now, if you're the Custodes, you can kind of just play it soft and slow and let the time expire. Kanotek to Kanotek, saved by Shekov, who has been great ever since he stepped in for Bartushka. Reznicek looking for Jan Fischer, but just out of his reach. Now Mathieu Barak passing it to Martin Peck. Up to Prohaska, who is met by Paulus. Getting close to the midline there, but finds Peck as an outlet. Now Lukasz Kuchera with the ball. Inside to Martin Peck, who shoots, and a save by Shekov. Up to Paulus, who finds Drijal. Pressured by Lukasz Kuchera. Now Stredi. Over to Stanyek. Back to Stredi. It's defended by Streblik. Lukasz Kuchera now with a loose ball. 2-on-1 break for the Custodes. Kuchera over to Streblik, who will hit Shekov right in the head. I hope he's okay. Streblik going over and apologizing. I think Shekol's all right. Maybe just got his bell rung. We will continue play here. Petrov now. Up to Nešpor. Neshbor to Jan Fischer. Neshbor now, defended by Vodovan. Comes behind the net looking for Staniek. Disrupted by a Custodes player. And here goes perhaps the fastest man in the league, Matej Kressel. Makes a smart decision and pulls it out. Now Formanek takes it down the wing. Over to Kressel. Kressel face dodges, shoots, and scores as time expires. And it will count. That is 20-7, the Custodes. That last goal might have been salt on the wound, but if you're a D guy, you're shooting that. And that does it for us here tonight with a final of 20 for the Custodes and 7 for Jižní Město. Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you next time. Good night.
Kiel Bouzino.